Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream again. It's time again. So yeah, the playtest is going to be coming out on Friday. I'm pretty sure of that. I just have some grinding to do. So yeah, we've got to do that. I'm going to be spending this afternoon actually working on the devlog for the video because I need to get the devlog out for at least a day early for Patreon members. That means that the video needs to be out on Patreon tomorrow, and then it's going to be published on YouTube on Friday. So yeah. Anyway, gonna have a lot of work to do, but I think the game is in relatively good shape for the playtest itself. I've been playtesting it on and off here, and I think it's feeling pretty good. There are still some problems with the game, but that's kind of the point of the playtest, is that, you know, just get feedback on the direction of the game, how it's going, how it's feeling, what things feel better, what things feel worse. And then, of course, you know, we've got several months of development ahead of us, so we'll be, you know, addressing it, dialing in the game, trying to just make it just generally more interesting, more fun all around. So, anyway, what am I doing? I don't remember. I need to do these ad reads. So yeah, you can wishlist Alchemortis on Steam. This is also where you will join the playtest from when it goes public. If you want to join the playtest early, which starts on Friday, you have to be a Patreon member. So there will be a week or so of Patreon early access to the playtest. So you just subscribe to one of these tiers if you'd like that early access. And this top tier here, if you subscribe to it for at least 1 month, I will send you an Alchemortis Steam key when the game launches, and your name will also be listed in the Alchemortis credits. So these are like, you can view this as like a Kickstarter kind of esque bonus, where you will be given credit for supporting the game, and also you'll just get rewarded with a Steam key, so you won't need to buy it again on Steam. So definitely consider that. And also I have my Udemy courses available for sale that will teach you how to build complete games in the Godot engine. So check that out if you're interested. You can also join the Discord, that's free. And again, that playtest will be available for the general public after the Patreon exclusive early access period. So if you don't want to spend any money, that's totally fine. There's not going to be any FOMO here. You will get a chance to play every playtest that comes if you are not subscribed to the Patreon. So anyway, what are we doing today? Today I have a couple of things to do. There's an issue with the alchemy and how it chooses abilities I've been noticing. I think adding gold to the alchemy doesn't increase the number of abilities chosen, which is kind of interesting. So we're gonna have to fix that. And then I want to nerf the slime. This is one of the cards that still has a multiplier. And I want to add some cell card visual effects. So those are the main things we're gonna do today. And then we'll see what else needs to be done. But hello, Clickertail, welcome back. Hello, V, good to see you. Good morning, Ninja Link, welcome, welcome. Meep, good to see you. Brownhounds, hello, welcome. High Law, always good to see you. It's almost playtest o'clock, it is. Only 2 more days. Time for Poison build on Friday. We'll see. I'm curious to see what builds you all do. Good morning, Neozoid. Good afternoon, JKHE. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's fix this alchemy stuff. So when I insert gold into here, alchemy transmute input, cards.add range, guaranteed abilities, get added ability. What is this? Oh, I see. Guaranteed added abilities, number of legendary outputs. Cards.add range additional cards. So what is exactly happening? Let me take a look at this. So I'm going to go to my game debug, test player cards. Let's just do Scarab and then gold, gold, gold. I also want to do mute sound effects, and skip menu. I was recording some gameplay this morning for my dev vlog, so I had some settings changed. Hello, Liu. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, build. Come on, build. I could build this project by hand faster than Godot can. It certainly feels like that sometimes anyway. Okay. So that did not work because I forgot to enable test player cards. Devlog spoiler, yeah. I think that I'm taking a little bit of a different approach to the devlog this time. It's going to be a shorter devlog, and I'm doing a deeper dive into like the technicals of how the map works. So I'm just trying a different devlog formula. My previous devlog did not perform that well, so I'm trying to change up the formula a little bit. So yeah, it's like a semi-technical overview of how I generate the map. So everything from, you know, how do I place the nodes on the map, to how do I generate the roads, to how do I actually determine which node types to place, all that good stuff. And the decoration placements as well. Okay. So if I'm correct here, what should happen is, yeah, I only get 2 abilities, and all of these things are Vipers, which is not what I would expect to see from the gold transforming into multiple different cards. So there's something wrong here. I'm just gonna do this. gd.print card.id. Card.cardDefinitionResource.id. I want to see if that's actually picking multiple different things. I think it is, but if the second one flops, try a sock puppet reenactment for the third one. That's a good suggestion. If that one doesn't work, do a necromancer cosplay and LARP the gameplay. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. So let's see, output, Wyvern Hatchling, Maggot, and Morel. Okay. So that's working. Cards that add range additional cards. Why am I doing this? I'm going to rewrite this a little bit here. We're going to iterate over all those cards. Additional card, count is equal to 1. Card.setTier. Let's do this. New card. New card.setTier, card.tier, and then cards.add new card. We'll rename this one to additional input card. Okay, and then we can remove that. So this makes a lot more sense now. This min tier and max tier doesn't need to be down there anymore. Okay. I think that makes more sense. New card options. Okay. So what is going on here? Number guaranteed added abilities, cards. Okay, so that'll work. All abilities, card, select many where X is alchemizable. Abilities to take minimum. Abilities to take minimum. Maybe this is the problem? Or no, maybe not. Abilities to take minimum. Oh wait, do I have like an abilities to take maximum? Oh, I see. All abilities dot count abilities to take. Oh. Okay, maybe that is working the way that I wanted it to. Let me take a look at this. I was thinking that if I added a bunch of gold, well... I still think there's something wrong here. Oh, something broke. Enumeration. Collection was modified. Oh. Wait, that's not right. Which collection was modified? Oh, maybe I do need to do this to list. Okay. I do think that there's something wrong here. We're gonna figure it out. Detective Firebelly is on the case. Okay, that looks more reasonable. Okay, something is working better now. So it looks like the gold transformed into a scarab, a squid, and also a scythe. Am I right? Oh, I'm not printing it anymore. Okay, well, I think that's what happened. Maybe I fixed it. If you didn't mention web function collapse, I'll leave a dislike. I did, actually. Good morning, also, Emerson. Why am I doing this is as deep as asking the meaning of life. One must not do so casually. Wave function collapse. Yeah, why am I doing this? For the wave function collapse. Do you have a wild card yet? What the card could do is have a chance to turn into a random card. Well, that's what the gold kind of is. So this gold transmutes into a random card when used in alchemy. So it basically, this is a wild card that can just basically transform into anything when you use it in alchemy. And that kind of determines what your outputs are. So like this got the grimoire abilities here. I want to see 3 different outputs though. 3 different card bases, I guess you could say. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I actually fixed anything, but it's certainly feeling better than it was. So I may have actually fixed something. I don't know. I might have been... Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, this makes more sense. So... I'll just call it fix alchemy what? Gold transmutation. Okay, that certainly feels better now. We'll just mark that as done. I don't know if I actually fixed the problem there, but we'll call it fixed. We'll claim the victory. So I need to nerf slime here. Simple damage reflection. Is this used somewhere else? Let's see. No, so this entire ability can be deleted. So right now the slime has a multiplier. I think what I'll do is I'm going to change this. So var composed is equal to new composed ability. Return new ability builder dot ability configuration. Abilities is empty. Scaling func tier that. Description func string dot empty. Okay. So what I need in here is I need a damage taken provider. So let's do damage taken provider is equal to new damage taken provider. Damage type dot physical, count instances true. We're going to want a value scalar is equal to new value scalar, damage taken provider. Const base damage reflection is equal to 4. Const int base damage reflection. Okay. Value scalar dot set multiplier to base damage reflection. Inside of the tier here, we're going to do var scalar is equal to ability scalars, make float additive scalar. We'll just do 1. Set multiplier base damage reflection tier. Very cool. All right. So then what we need is a dynamic magnitude ability. So we'll do dynamic damage is equal to new dynamic magnitude ability with the value scalar, new damage 0. Abilities, we need the dynamic damage and the damage taken provider. And then for the description, we could say deal value scalar dot get multiplier damage for each time damage was taken since last execution. And then we can put the composed ability in here. I think that's basically it. And then that simple damage reflection can be deleted. So we'll go ahead and do that. Simple damage reflection, delete, goodbye. Okay, let's see if that works. It's time for Game Dev once again. Welcome, Jackie Daytona. Good to see you. Good morning, Michael. How you doing? All right, deal 4 damage for each time damage was taken since last execution. So we'll go ahead and put this on here. I'm pretty confident this is going to work, but let's see. Okay, so that's 1 time, 2 times, and it did 8 damage. Perfect. So yeah, previously this was a multiplier, so it could, like, if you had a tier 4 slime, it would do 2.5 times the damage you took. So if you took like 50 damage from a boss or whatever, it would do, you know, whatever. What is that, 125? So it would do 125 damage. So I mentioned this in the Discord. Any ability that has a multiplier was like, that's where the out of control, like, trivialization of the game came in. So I've been removing cards that have multiplier abilities and instead moving them to like flat things. So instead of multiplying by the total damage taken, this is essentially now multiplying 4 times the number of times damage was taken. So it's not just like a direct power increase, like you just take as much damage as possible from the enemy and then you annihilate the enemy with the reflection. This now is more so useful. You probably want to get some damage mitigation so you're not taking the full brunt of the enemy damage, but then you can also build around inflicting damage on yourself with like the Orbitoclast here to get this number up. So yeah, that's the idea behind it anyway. I still think this is going to be very powerful, but it's just not going to be so like ridiculously overpowered. Okay. We have successfully nerfed the slime. Very cool. All right, now the next thing is going to be kind of fun. We want to add cell VFX to the card. Selling. So right now, if I look at the selling of the cards, it doesn't do anything, which is kind of unsatisfying. So I do this and I go up, and that number just goes up. So we're going to borrow the enemy defeated particles here. And we're going to modify this a little bit. So I'm going to duplicate this. We're going to say sell card. We can open this up. We want to make all of these unique. So we'll sell that. These particles here, these also need to be made unique. So make unique recursive. Okay. Good. All right, so now let's take a look. So I actually don't know if I need this animation player here to do this emitting. Probably also want to change this sound effect, but we won't do that on stream. So we're going to change this a little bit. Drawing, what am I doing? This is one shot, explosiveness 0.8. We're going to change that as well. Put a test card here just so I can see what's happening. Okay, yeah, so this is going to need to be a lot smaller here. Probably not as many particles. Then we're going to go to the display down here, scale. That's fine. Velocity is too high. And the spawn region is also too high. Let me turn the gravity up. Maybe I'll change this entirely. Trying to make this a little bit more punchy. Maybe I do want... Well, let's just see how that looks. Okay. So in here we have a sell card function. On sell card placed. I actually don't know how this is working. So we've got the enemy particles here. Currency manager, add blood. Enemy board. Yeah, I think this is what I want here. So I basically want to copy this block. Inside of here, what I want to do is, so var currency is equal to currency manager dot calculate sell price for card. Currency here. I don't know if I have a center position here, but we'll just do this. Old position. I guess I'll just make this an export. Private packed scene, sell card particles. Sell card particles dot instantiate. Cell board container dot add child, do shake 0.5. We'll see what that does, I suppose. It's probably not going to look that great, but we'll play around with it. That hurt a bit. Welcome. Just dropping by to say I'm currently fair way into building my first C# game in Godot. Your tutorials gave me the confidence to do that. Thanks. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Glad to hear it always. Very glad to hear that people get value out of the courses, so thank you. I forgot to change the cell card particles, I think. Maybe I don't want to add it there. Maybe. Hold on a second. Oh, am I not auto-playing those? Oh, right. I do need to set this to emitting. Oops. Okay, but I don't think those particles are going to be centered on the card, so I need to figure that out too. Why are those not playing? Why are those not playing? Oh, there we go. Okay, that looks decent, I suppose. We do need to center it, though. What would the center position of the card be? I think maybe the center position would be this. Public vector 2 center position is equal to, or actually we'll do a little getter here. Cell, what is it called? Scale root. Okay, I don't have the scale root. Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. That would be why. I think that's right. I don't know. Okay, this would be card.card node.center position. Let's see what that does. Need more cards. I need more cards. I think we're getting there though. We are getting there. Okay. I gotta fix that tooltip getting stuck too. So let's see. There seems to be a little bit of a delay in when that blood gets played. I don't know why that would be the case. I may actually end up doing an alternate animation for that. Or I would just make it, maybe make it quicker, I guess. I think I can just modify this actually. So we do add blood, play earned currency. I don't know what to do here. I think what I can do is maybe add some arguments here because I want to change the direction of those particles as well as their speed. I think that would probably be okay. So maybe what I'll do here is I'll do float. Well, maybe I'll just collapse it into one. Bool for cell equals false. Bool for cell equals false. No, that's not going to work. Oh, maybe it will work. Bool for cell. Okay. So in this case, the direction if it's for selling, then we're going to do the direction is global position dot direction to destination, otherwise random direction. Let's do const float default speed equals 0.75. Const float cell speed is equal to 0.5. Var speed is equal to for cell speed default speed. I guess I didn't really need to do that, but that's right. Speed. Okay, so then I should be able to just pass this for cell along in here. There, and then this is kind of sloppy, but it's all right. So now in here, add blood for cell is equal to true. That should change it a little bit. What's the maximum enemy board size? I think like 7 by 7 is the maximum currently that it can be. I think that's it. Oh, that direction is wrong. I need to reverse this. So let's see what this does. That's going too far away now. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I'll just, well. We'll just collapse that radius. Let's see if that looks better. Don't need to spend too much time on this. I do want it to look nicer, but definitely want to make it just snappier. Why is that still doing that wrong? Oh. Riveting stuff here. I don't really know. There's not much to say about this other than why does that time not look correct either? Let's just turn the cell speed way down. I think that feels better, actually. I think that's feeling good. Probably will modify the particle a little bit more. Actually, maybe the particle feels okay. I might just change it. I might tighten it up a little bit. Oops. 25, and then in here, we can turn the damping down. See what that feels like. And then we can probably call this done. I just wanted that to be a nicer effect, so it's not just... So it's not just like an empty like fade and then the number just increases. Okay, I think that feels better. Probably could work on the visual effects a little bit more, but I think it's all right. Can't complain, can't complain. It's certainly nicer than it was before. Cool. All right, I'm pretty happy with that, so we'll just call that good. Now, I'm not done because I need to change the sound effects here. But we're not going to do that on stream. Cool. All right. Pretty happy with that. Now we have the challenge of figuring out what to do next. We have the challenge of figuring out what to do next. I'm trying to think. I mean, we can do more reagents. That might be a good idea because there's only a couple of alchemical reagents in the game right now. I don't know if I want to add more though before the playtest. I want there to be just like a taste of like what alchemical reagents could work or how they could work, I mean. And I'm already pretty happy with how the game balances feeling, so I don't know if I want to necessarily add a new alchemical reagent that could potentially throw that out of balance. Thank you. Multiplayer time. Sorry, I'll stop. All right. Is this an add-on in Obsidian? Yeah, it's a Kanban community plugin. Yeah, I think Obsidian with the Kanban plugin is exactly what you're looking for. There are some other plugins too, like other task management plugins you could take a look at. This one is simple enough. It's just Kanban boards with cards, so it's like, you know, relatively easy. PvP multiplayer. No, it's not a PvP game. All right, let's do this. I'm going to give the game a play test here. Here's what I might do actually. Let's turn on the music and sound effects so you can hear it. Don't skip menu, don't skip tutorial. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute my my music. So let me do that really quick. Okay, so the background music is done. Let's just play the game with all the sound effects and everything. We'll see how it's shaping up. So you should be able to hear the game music. It might be a little bit quiet, but I could always bump it up. Should I bump it up? Maybe I'll bump it up. Okay, that should be a little bit louder. Drinking vessel is so cool. Thank you. This one. Hello, Mike. Yeah, already answered. All right, we'll just give it a full play test and you can hear it as well. Maybe it'll be too loud, but maybe not. Okay, start. Give it another play test. We'll see if we can notice anything that can be addressed in this stream here. Honestly, my main focus for today is going to be like getting the devlog done. So that's the main thing. There's an artifact there, but I'd have to go through a shop that I don't have money for. Probably should make the shop. Maybe that's something we could do. Make shop not spawnable. Certain radius of start. That would be an easy one to do. I do want that artifact, but maybe I can, well, yeah, maybe I can go this way, wrap around, and then hit the shop. Let's see. Okay. So I think the problems that are still present, is it too loud? Hello, Nick. I think that's a great idea. Don't show the player something they can't use. Yeah, I think that'll work. Fortunately, like I have a rule-based way of placing my nodes in the map, so it should be relatively easy to prevent that from happening. Do I want to go for the early health upgrade? No, I don't think so. I think I want to just take the free one. Oh, this is tricky actually. I was originally going to go for this artifact and hit the shop, but there's a grow board here, so I might alter my path and just go that way. Volume is good for me? Okay, good. Am I going to win this one? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, let's try something else then. Let's get rid of that and put these here. And then sacrifice those guys. This should work, because this scarab is going to ramp up in damage. And this is going to heal me. So hopefully that makes me outlast. Yeah, that should work. That should work. It's actually a pretty strong board. How much is that scarab doing? 10 damage, nice. Unfortunately, I'm getting this board size increase now after I just emptied my inventory, so that's not ideal, but I think we have a booster coming up. Echo. Ooh, that's going to be really strong on this one, actually. Put that there. Let's grab the booster. I asked you about this on Discord, but I'll ask again here. Have you encountered any limitations when using C# instead of GDScript? No, I have not. The only limitation really is that you cannot do web exports with C# at the moment in Godot 4. So if you're planning on doing a web build, you can't use C#. Not yet anyway. I think that's coming, but... Wait a minute. Oh, the scarab is echoing a projected ability. Oh, interesting. Oh, that is not working the way that I thought it was going to do. I thought this echo was going to basically always trigger this twice, so I'd get a 2 damage increase every time this executes, but it's actually sometimes targeting the healing to echo, which is fine, but a little bit unexpected. What about mobile, iOS, or Android? As far as I know, C# works for mobile exports as well. I really do think, I mean, maybe other people can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the only limitation is the web exports right now. Can't use AOT for iOS. Okay, slime, snail cat, upgrade card. What do I want to upgrade? I might upgrade the morale, give myself more healing here. There we go. You're welcome. You're welcome, Mike. Yeah, that's working real good. That is working real good. Okay. I might hit this combat and this combat so I have enough money, or maximize my money before I hit that shop there. This is a dangerous board, actually. Okay. I'm good, though. That ox ramps up in damage over time, so it's a little bit dangerous. Okay, we'll hit the shop here. What do I want? Broken sundial, all alchemical cards. That I only have one alchemical card. Probably want the board size increased. That's something that you want to take usually. Apply 5 preserve for each time fire was applied. Consumes remaining turns of cards and applies poison equal to 1x the number of turns consumed. Paralyze adjacent cards for 4 turns and heal 4 per paralyzed card. I don't think I want anything. I am going to do some alchemy though. Shoot, I don't have enough room on my alchemy board. I don't really want to alchemize the scarab at all. Maybe I'll alchemize this with the skeleton. That should work out fine. Yeah, look at that. All these have the same turn cooldown, except for one of them. So we could put that here now. Bring the ceremonial dagger there. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Oh no. Yeah, we'll put that there, and then we can put the slime here. Yeah, that will work. I want those reagents. Let's go grab those. Just join what's on the agenda today. Really not much. I'm just tightening things up for the playtest that's coming out on Friday. My agenda for off stream is to get my devlog finished for you know, the devlog that serves as like the announcement of the playtest and everything. So yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll upgrade the slime. See if I can make use of that giant squid too at some point. I can hit this booster and that. Let me get rid of Snail Cat here. Sorry, Snail Cat. Got a 1x1 slot. Do I want to put that there? Let's put the bell on instead. We'll grab this. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Let's get rid of the cultist. Okay, increase the alchemy board size. Okay, now we can start doing some interesting things. I think, anyway. Slime. Dagger. Try to collapse those together. Legendary ceremonial dagger. Look at that. Now, the interesting thing is I made a change to the legendary cards here, where once you have a legendary card, it's immutable. It can't be changed. So it's just cementing those abilities. So this is basically, I can't change this for the rest of the run, but I think for now it's going to be good. And then what I can do is... what? I might as well throw this stuff in. See if I can get something good out of that. Look at that fire, wow. Although I don't have any minion cards now. I didn't think about that. Well, maybe I'll get some minions. Let's see. This one is the best one for sure, so we'll put this here. We can actually reorient this a little bit. Project heal to all of those things. Yeah. Okay, let's see what that does. Hello, Mia Leo Dev. Looking great already. Thank you. Okay. Sweet. Artifact, grow board. Gosh, why is it? I want both of those. Maybe I'll take the, I might take the movement penalty to get that artifact. Yeah, this board is pretty strong. I'll get the artifact and I'll come back down that way for the board size increase. 3 additional blood after every combat. Or I could take the cloak. Visiting cleared nodes incurs no notoriety penalty. Maybe I'll take that and then I don't have to take a notoriety penalty when I go down here. Actually, I don't think I would have taken a penalty anyway because there's that three move grace period after beating a boss where you don't incur any notoriety penalty. Can I fit the giant squid on here now? I can. All right. Another artifact. Nice. Okay. Artifact here. Spider egg. I might reroll. I think that was a good choice, actually. Get the noble pedigree there. That's a free item at the shop. Are there any shops around? Nope. But I think I want that health increase. So we'll go here first. Cool. Maybe I'll get another alchemy board increase here. Yes, nice. Drop that in there. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. I want to alchemize something with this squid, see if I can collapse that down. I wanted to get that health, but there's a booster here that would help. I can still get the health. I can go this way. Let's do that. Another grow board up there too. Wow. Okay. Mausoleum key, that's a good one. Upgrade a card. So you see if I put the legendary ceremonial dagger here, it says legendary cards cannot be upgraded. I think that was a good choice. Somebody, I forgot who suggested that, but it's a good choice. It prevents the legendary cards from becoming like Snowball. It's just like once they become legendary, they're locked in. Because otherwise I would have been able to just keep alchemizing this. Although you can lose the legendary status, but I think it's more interesting to prevent legendary cards from being altered. And there's a shop here, look at that. Oh, I just realized something. I don't have this set up correctly. That would be doing more poison if this was adjacent. Okay. Trying to think what I want to do here. I kind of want to do this. Oh, I can't. I was going to do that with the mausoleum key and then a lead ingot to make it legendary, but I don't have enough room. Okay, that's fine. Let's just go to the shop now. I can potentially buy this. Get an alchemy board size increase. There we go. Okay. We can grow the alchemy board there. And then, can I do this now? Giant squid. Giant squid, zombie, lead ingot. I need 24. This sells for quite a bit. Okay, I need 4 more. Okay, alchemize those. Very nice. 13 damage, yeah, look at that, boom. So now we put this guy here. And I don't have any money left, so we're gonna leave the shop. Cool. Let's go this way. Might have to sell some of these. That sells for 20. Ah, the tooltip bug. Sell that one. Nice. Alrighty. This is feeling pretty good. Go get more alchemical reagents, I guess. I can make my alchemy board even bigger. Nice. Okay. I think I saw a bug when you purchased the reagent. It cost blood, but after the purchase, the items in the store were no longer free for one purchase. Are you saying that the reagent did cost me blood? So this noble pedigree here, it makes everything free, including the events. So I should have gotten the reagent for free. More reagents. I might just fight these boards. Okay, boss time. Marshall Holt. Let's see. Misremembered then, I thought you bought the reagent at a cost. Oh. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, I'm dying. Okay. We'll sell this, sell that. Or not sell, but sacrifice those. Okay. Another shop here. That's going to be a good one, actually. We're just going to slap that in there somewhere. Leech. I might as well grab that, fill that in there. And I have 2 blood left, so we can leave. I was going to say, do I want to alchemize anything, but I don't have any money. Okay, here we go. We can do something interesting here, maybe. Sell that. Sell that. Sell this. Want to do the mausoleum key. Let's do this healing. Let's do this heart of Stovak. We'll say that's good. Legendary heart of Stovak. Okay. We actually probably want to move this in here. That'll work. And then this morale. What do I want to do here? I think that'll work. I think that will work. I need more health though. I don't have the ability of tanking a very big hit. How many hearts does this Stovac fellow have? He's got a lot apparently. Apparently he has a lot. Board size increase. Guillotine. I might as well just put that on the board somewhere. Actually, let's do some alchemy. What happens if I put multiple guillotines on the board? It just applies 3 bleed twice. I'll take it. Oh, but it's 436 turns? Okay, well that's useless. The reason it went to 436 turns is because it got alchemized with a Hellspawn egg, which has 666 turn cooldown. So your alchemy output kind of gets bricked if your gold chooses to transmute into that item. It's fine. Let's grab that health. Oh, it's just an amount of turns, no worries, yeah. Okay, let's upgrade my health here. 45, that will help quite a lot. I don't really need these reagents anymore. My alchemy board size is already big enough. We can grab that artifact though. Are we stomping? Kind of. A little bit. I'm still taking a lot of damage. I think I might have actually died on that last combat if I hadn't have taken that health upgrade. But yeah, I think my board is pretty strong now. So we'll see how we do in the final boss. Oh yeah, we're going to take the Basilisk Eye for sure. Sound cutting out on a win is a little jarring. I don't think it does cut out. I think the sounds just stop playing. Like, they finish playing, but they just, yeah. Guess we'll just throw this guy here. Throw a maggot there. Throw a frog there, why not? I need to work on the sound a little bit, for sure, but not for this playtest. Maybe just throw a long tail reverb on the sound after a match. Yeah, I could definitely do that. The sound effects are a little bit messed up because I used to make it so that way the board would pause whenever like one card dealt damage, so it would give time to play its animations for that card and for the sound, but now that everything just executes at the same time, I get like a bunch of sound effects stacking, so I need to address that for sure, but yeah, we'll see. Telescope, I don't need a telescope. Might as well take the max health increase here. Could probably add reverb to the audio so it's not as immediate. When the blood effects triggers, all previous sound effects suddenly stop rather than fading out. That might be what he's referring to. Yeah, I mean, I guess the point that I'm saying is that that's just the sound effects naturally like finishing their playtime. It's not like, you know, I'm not intentionally doing that. So if it sounds like it cuts out, I think it's just, yeah, maybe I could do a reverb or something. Hello, A the Ant. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think we're just going to get to the boss now at this point. No day-night cycle buff. Yes, there's no day-night cycle, no. Could probably add a death cry for the enemy board if reverb doesn't work out. Yeah, I could do that. Something spooky. Oh my gosh, that scared me. A bird just ran into my window. Goodness gracious. Alright, let's see what happens. We got the boss fight now. Hey, hello, I know this any guy, ant guy. I'm on a plane. Oh. Actually, this boss fight ended up being closer than I thought it would be, but yeah. Cool. Alright, so we won. So I think the one thing that I got from that is make shop not spawnable in certain radius of start. I think that would be a good idea. But I think generally, like, I don't want to make any big changes now. I think this is pretty much the playtest build that you're going to see. Let me turn the music back on real quick. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the build that you're going to see in the playtest. But I think there's still some problems, which will have to be, you know, I'll listen to your feedback and see what you all say. But I think there are still some problems. I think I'm feeling a lack of like meaningful synergy with the cards. I'm kind of just throwing things onto the board, and there's some synergies like, you know, adjacency bonuses and stuff, but I don't know if I'm leaning into the synergy aspect of it enough. So I may have to revisit a lot of the card abilities and see if I can create more like intentional synergies there. But we'll see what you all say. I don't know about the alchemy system. I think I kind of almost want to change the alchemy. So I definitely want to add like negatives to the alchemy system as well. Let me just mute all this stuff again. So I definitely want to add some negatives to the alchemy system where you can have like negative properties be put on after you do alchemy to sort of counterbalance the fact that you can create very powerful things. But ideally, the negative effects on alchemy would also be synergizable, so you'd be able to like jujitsu them in your favor. But I'm almost thinking about the reagent that increases your alchemy board size. I think what I might do is I'm thinking about actually removing that and just making the alchemy board a fixed 3x3 size. Because then I think that would make things a little bit more interesting. So like a large card like the giant squid is going to have very limited alchemization options. So you might have to do maybe multiple levels of alchemy to extract certain abilities that you want from the squid, rather than just increasing your alchemy board size and then like slapping as many things on the squid as possible. So if it's a 3x3 board and you do the squid, you're really going to only have like one side, one column left to play with. So you'll have to alchemize it with a smaller card that is no more than one cell wide. And then based on that output, you could alchemize it with something else to kind of like extract the abilities that you want. But then the problem there too is that kind of just like, it further incentivizes you to alchemize cards down into small cards, which is already a problem, right? Because it's like, you almost always want to alchemize cards down into smaller cards because it just makes them more powerful. So I don't know. I think that there's still some thinking to do about the alchemy system. Still something to do about the alchemy system. Probably got to make the card synergies more intentional. And yeah, adding more dynamism to the map as well. Presenting the player with more interesting choices during the gameplay. I think those are the 3 big issues that need to be worked on. But I think the game is much improved from the first playtest. I think everything is going directionally in the right way. I think it's just going to be a matter of like tweaking and reworking all this stuff until it all fits together just right. A bird ran into your window, so it didn't use its wings to fly into your window. Right. Bird wants to play the playtest. Maybe a tag system. Each card has tags, like maybe Undead. Well, there's already a tag system, yeah. There's already a tag system, and the cards are synergizing off of tags in a lot of cases. Can make a synergy wheel akin to complementary colors. Lifesteal loves X, but also works well with Y and Z. Trios on trios and trios. Negative attributes follow inverse. Okay, I think I understand what you're saying. Cannot understand how people have the ability to actually work on games without having a burnout every 5 seconds. It's only half a joke. It can be a slog sometimes, especially when you keep reworking the same system over and over again because it's not quite right. But, yeah. Anyway, since I have a lot to do off stream for getting the playtest ready, mainly the devlog, I think I'm going to end the stream there because I don't really have much else to work on in terms of this playtest build. So I'm going to end the stream here early so I can get going on that devlog that I need to produce. I also need to, make sure that the playtest build is up on Steam, and I also need to get all my key mailing stuff working for the Patreon supporters, so I will be probably doing all that. Make the alchemized stats change scale inversely with size disparity. Bigger card gets lesser stats when it pulls from a smaller card. The problem is that abilities don't have individual scaling. They're all based on the tier of the card. So it's not like I can just tune down the abilities. I could turn down the tier of the entire card, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go work on the playtest stuff. Again, you can wishlist Alchemortis on Steam. That's linked below. But also, if you want access to the playtest early, you can join on Patreon here. The playtest will be launching on Friday for Patreon supporters, but it will be open to the general public the week after that, or a week after that. So, yeah, there's no need to pay. There's no FOMO. But if you do subscribe to the sponsor tier here for at least 1 month, that's like a pre-purchase of Alchemortis. You'll get the full version of Alchemortis when it launches. I'll send you a Steam key, and your name will also be listed in the Alchemortis credits. So just a little bit of interesting stuff there if you want to support the game's development early. I appreciate you all being here. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. I may not stream tomorrow, especially if I still have work to do to get the playtest ready. So I'll let you know, though. You can follow the Discord, which is also linked below, if you want to be updated when I go live. Have a good day, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.